Hello everybody, it's Gemma here. So today we have another very special story time for you guys with Emma Reed, author of Milton the Mighty and Milton the Megastar. So I hope you guys enjoy it and take it away, Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma Reed, author of Milton the Mighty and the sequel, Milton the Megastar. Now, before we all went into lockdown, I was going to come along to Mr. B's and do some story time, do some storytelling and talk to you all about books, about reading and about spiders, because I love spiders. Both my books are about a teeny little spider called Milton. Here he is. And his adventures and what he gets up to with his friends. So unfortunately, of course, I can't be with you in person, but here I am digitally, virtually, to introduce you to my new book, Milton the Megastar. So here's a recap of what happened in book 1, Milton the Mighty. So in this book, Milton was branded the deadliest spider in the country by the newspapers. So he and his house human got together and they started a web campaign to save his species. It was called Not Scared of Spiders. And it was a great success. So by the time we catch up with Milton in book 2, he has become a bit stressed out and a bit overwhelmed by fame. And one of the things that's getting on top of him is the amount of fan mail he has. He's become very popular and he has lots and lots of posts to deal with. So he always gets his friend Ralph to help him opening all the letters and all the parcels. So I'm going to read to you a little bit from Milton the Megastar. And we see Ralph and Milton up in the attic. He's had a very stressful, busy day already and he's about to open some fan mail. Upstairs in their shared attic was a pile of Milton's fan mail under one of the eaves. Ralph yawned and stretched his hairy legs. Come on then, Milt, let's sort out this flipping post of yours. Since Not Scared of Spiders went global, Milton got a lot of mail, mostly drawings and letters from children who had been inspired to overcome their fears. Sometimes he received gifts, 8 matching socks, abdomen polish, a tiny t-shirt with Not Scared of Humans on the front. But he'd never had a parcel that moved before. Ralph frowned as the box, which was wrapped in brown paper and covered in tiny holes, jiggled across the floor. "Do you think it's a bomb?" said Ralph, somewhat matter-of-factly. "Don't bombs tick?" said Milton. "Oh, yeah, that's right. What moves, then?" "I don't know. It's making a scratching noise." "A jumping bean. Wind-up chattering teeth. A remote-control helicopter?" "Perhaps you should open it." "Perhaps you should." Ralph pushed the parcel over to Milton. "It's yours after all." "You're in charge of deliveries." Milton pushed the box back to Ralph, who sighed. "It's just a box." Ralph took a deep breath and looked inside. "It's a cake," he said. "Look, from the Caterpillar Cupcake Company." He brought out a little cupcake with pink frosting on top. "Cakes don't move," said Milton, scowling at the cake over the box. It shuddered for a moment, then suddenly a tiny speck of something leggy exploded out of the pink frosting. It did a mid-air somersault and landed in between Milton's legs. Milton screamed and fell over backwards. "What is it?" He squeezed his eyes shut and scrabbled to get upright and away until Ralph started laughing. "Milt, calm down." Ralph plucked the tiny creature from Milton's flailing claws and held it up. "What have we here?" He wiped icing from its leg. "Tasty." Milton opened his eyes and peered at the tiny creature. "I'm a money spider," grinned the little black dot in Ralph's legs, "and I'm your #1 fan." It waved a tiny flag at him, which Milton could just see had "I Heart Milton" drawn on in a spidery scrawl. Milton let out a sigh, making the flag ripple. "Great." He scowled. "A fan. That's just what I need." "This is so exciting. My name's Minnie. You're my hero. I loved you on Countryfile. Ralph put the money spider down and pushed her over to Milton. Milton did not look amused. Very clever. Now go home, I've got work to do. It came out much harsher than Milton intended, but he was so tired and stressed, and no one seemed to care. Minnie's almost microscopic fangs trembled, and she sniffled. Milton! Exclaimed Ralph, looking uncharacteristically cross. You've upset her. Milton became agitated. What about how upset I am? I don't want followers. I don't want any of this. He kicked aside the box that the money spider had delivered herself in, and it knocked over the pile of unopened fan mail. Oh, sticky webs, he shouted. I didn't order the photo shoot. Milton suddenly came over very pale, ran around in circles 8 times, then slammed his front claws on the floor. I can't take it any more, Ralph. I'm a spider, not a celebrity. I've had enough. I just want to be left alone. And with that, he ran into the nearest dark hole and began to spin a web. Poor Milton. Very, very stressed. I just want to show you this gorgeous picture from a brilliant illustrator, Lisa Reed. So here we've got Milton, and you can see on his face he's just having a really, really stressed out time. And his best friend Ralph, who's always optimistic, always sees the best in everything. And here we have our first brand new character to the series, Minnie the Money Spider. And there's her little flag, I Heart Milton. He's got a #1 fan, but all he wants is to be left alone. So basically Milton's feeling properly overwhelmed, and he's hidden himself away. He's run away from his friends, from everybody, from all the pressure of fame and celebrity. But little does he know that tiny Minnie has been able to get through his the web that he's put across his little hole. And Minnie's going to go in. All his friends are really, really worried about him. But Minnie has told them that she knows what to do about the situation. So let's catch up with Milton. Milton had done a thorough job of webbing himself off from the outside world, and as luck would have it, he'd found the perfect hiding hole. It was narrow at the entrance, gradually opening out into a round space. Most of the surround was brick, with a piece of felt flapping loose over a gap in the roof tiles. What Audrey and Ralph didn't realise, from their vigil in the attic, was that from his refuge, Milton could climb out onto the roof to catch bugs or get some fresh air, which was where he'd spent most of the last 2 days. He sat sheltered under a tile, staring up at the vast sky, watching the stars and wondering if his dad was also gazing up at the moon. Milton had always been prone to gloomy thoughts, but recently they seemed to have taken over. All he could think about was crawling into a dark hole and hiding from the world, the humans, even his friends. I'm a rubbish spider. I'm a rubbish friend. I'm a false widow, but I feel like such a fake. Dad's probably wondering why I haven't visited yet. Whatever he must think of me, playing at celebrity, but then hiding in dark corners. And here is Milton. If you can see, there he is. So Milton is hiding in the roof, gazing up at the stars, gazing up at the sky, with a very sad look on his face. I wanted to save my kind, but I can't even save myself, he said to no one in particular. And so he was rather surprised when a quiet voice answered from inside the hole. Of course you can't. Who's there? How did you get in? Milton climbed back inside and hugged his legs. What do you want? I want to help you, said Minnie. No one can help me. Please leave me alone. What do you mean? Of course I can't save myself. You're just one small spider. I know you saved your entire species and spoke to humans and started an internet campaign, but it doesn't change the fact no one can do everything alone. Milton sighed. I'm sorry I was awful to you. I'm normally really nice. He offered a leg to Minnie, but instead of shaking claws, Minnie gave him a tiny hug. Don't worry about it. I understand. I know what it's like to be overwhelmed by the world. I'm so small you'd imagine I'd never get anything useful done. But shall I tell you my secret? Milton nodded. I know when to ask for help. So Minnie persuades Milton to come out from the hole and face his friends and talk to everybody. They've been so worried about him, and they're all super pleased to see that he's well and he's been eating plenty of bugs and looking after himself. And we're going to catch up with them again where Minnie has gathered them all together and they're going to talk about Milton's situation. Up in the attic, the spiders sat in a semicircle with Minnie in the middle. I'm a money spider. There are over 4,000 types of money spider, and because we are so small, new species are being discovered all the time. Ralph tutted. Humans. Terrible eyesight. Minnie smiled. I'm a Lepthyphantes tenuis. Minnie made sure she said her scientific name slowly. Lepthyphantes tenuis for the other spiders. We're the commonest spiders in the UK. We're everywhere, so wherever I go, my family are not far away. Milton had a lump in his throat. My family is a long way from here, if he's even still alive. Oh, Milton, said Minnie, rubbing his claw. Your family are right here with you now. Audrey took one long step forward. Minnie's right. We're your family. Minnie continued. Milton has been struggling with all the things going on in his head. He's had a lot to deal with. He's reconnected with his dad. He's become famous. Humans are asking him to do new and strange things. And he feels responsible for other spiders because of the campaign. These thoughts and ideas are like flies buzzing around in his head. She turned to Milton. Your family can help you catch those thought flies. We're here for you, buddy, said Ralph. Tell us what you need. Milton closed his eyes. When Minnie explained it like that, it all seemed so clear. I need a break, he said. So they go on a break. They take a holiday to Hawaii, and it's gorgeous, it's sunny, it's a beautiful place, and everything's absolutely fine. Oh no, it's not, because when they get there, they meet an unscrupulous businessman who may or may not be bulldozing the rainforest, putting at risk an already endangered spider species. And to top it all, a volcano is about to erupt. So there's lots more adventures to be had in Milton the Megastar.
I hope you guys enjoyed that story time with Emma and Milton and Minnie and the rest of the spider gang. Be on the lookout for all of the author activities that Emma has made for us, which will be coming out over the next week or so. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye!